All Marvel villains will be doomed, as Robert Downey Jr. would be stepping into the role of Victor Von Doom for the upcoming films Avengers, Doomsday, and Avengers, Secret Wars. With a grin and a Dr. Doom mask, he proclaimed,
"New mask, same task."
But what does this mean for the future of the MCU? As we venture into the multiverse saga, predictions abound about how Downey's Dr. Doom will fit into this expansive narrative. Will he be an alternate universe version of Tony Stark who turned to dark magic, or will he exist independently, sharing only Downey's face? Well, let's look at both the possibilities. The concept of Tony Stark turning to dark magic as he transitions into the role of Dr. Doom is rooted in intriguing narrative possibilities within the MCU. Traditionally, Tony Stark, portrayed by Robert Downey Jr., has been a staunch skeptic of magic, favoring technology and science as the superior means of understanding and manipulating the world around him. This skepticism is evident in his interactions with characters like Thor and Doctor Strange, where he often dismisses magical phenomena as inferior to technological advancements. However, a pivotal moment that could catalyze Stark's shift toward embracing dark magic occurs in Avengers: Age of Ultron. During this film, Stark experiences a vision induced by Scarlet Witch's chaos magic, revealing his fears about the future and the potential destruction of the Avengers. This traumatic experience could serve as a catalyst for a darker path, where Stark might seek out magic as a means to control or prevent the catastrophic events he glimpses. The theory suggests that this vision could lead him to explore sorcery, particularly if he perceives technology alone as insufficient to combat the threats he foresees. Furthermore, with the introduction of the multiverse in upcoming Marvel films, there's potential for a variant of Tony Stark who has fully embraced dark magic. In this alternate reality, he may become a version of Dr. Doom, a character known for his mastery of both technology and sorcery. This transition could explore themes of power and corruption, showcasing how Stark's intelligence and ambition could lead him down a villainous path if he were to harness magical abilities. Additionally, comic book lore supports this narrative direction. In various storylines, Dr. Doom has been depicted as someone who utilizes both technology and magic to achieve his goals. If Stark were to adopt similar methods, it would create a compelling dichotomy between his heroic past and his new identity as a villain. The potential for storytelling here is rich, exploring how power can corrupt even the noblest of heroes and how desperation can lead one to embrace darkness. If Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom were to exist independently of Tony Stark's legacy, it would create a fascinating and complex character dynamic within the MCU. This version of Dr. Doom would not be a reflection of Stark's journey, but rather a distinct entity with his own motivations, backstory, and moral complexities. In this scenario, Victor Von Doom would retain his original backstory as a brilliant scientist and sorcerer from Latveria, driven by personal tragedy and a relentless pursuit of power. His early life experiences, losing his mother to a demonic bargain and facing the harsh realities of his upbringing, would shape him into a character who believes that only he can save his nation from tyranny and chaos. This independent origin allows for a deeper exploration of Doom's psychological makeup, showcasing his transformation from a traumatized youth into a formidable ruler. Dr. Doom's motivations would be rooted in his belief that absolute power is necessary to create order and stability. Unlike Stark, who often relied on technology and innovation, this version of Doom would blend science with sorcery, emphasizing his mastery over both realms. His iconic armor would serve not only as protection, but also as a symbol of his dual mastery, representing the fusion of technological prowess and mystical abilities. This characterization would allow for rich storytelling opportunities. For example, Doom could be portrayed as a tragic anti-hero who genuinely believes that his authoritarian rule over Latveria is for the greater good. His actions might be ruthless, but they could also stem from a desire to protect his people from external threats, making him a complex figure rather than a straightforward villain. Without the direct connection to Tony Stark, Dr. Doom's primary rivalries could shift focus. Instead of being defined by his rivalry with Stark, he could engage in conflicts with other heroes in the MCU, such as Doctor Strange or the Fantastic Four. These rivalries would allow Doom to showcase his intellect and cunning, while also exploring themes of magic versus technology. For instance, encounters with Doctor Strange could highlight the philosophical differences between their approaches to power and responsibility. In this independent narrative, Dr. Doom might form alliances with other characters in the MCU who share similar goals or grievances. For example, he could team up with characters like Loki, or even anti-heroes like Venom or Morbius. These alliances could lead to unexpected dynamics and conflicts within the MCU, further enriching the storytelling landscape. Ultimately, Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of an independent Doctor Doom would provide audiences with a fresh perspective on one of Marvel's most iconic villains. By stripping away the direct ties to Tony Stark, this version of Doom can stand alone as a complex character driven by ambition, tragedy, and an unyielding belief in his vision for a better world. With the Russo brothers directing once again, expectations are high. They've crafted some of the most memorable moments in MCU history. Their vision for Doctor Doom could redefine how we perceive villains in superhero narratives. As we look ahead to Avengers, Doomsday, and Avengers: Secret Wars, one thing is clear: Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Doctor Doom is poised to be a bold, creative swing by Marvel Studios. It's not just about reviving an old character, it's about exploring new dimensions in storytelling.